I didn't know anything about the drugging thing, or I didn't know anything about that. But I did know about. I mean, my if you just think about this, like I had two situations, right, where when I was auditioning back in the day, I was in New York. I had two callbacks for the Cosby Show. When you do well, they put you in a van and they take you to Queens to Silver Cup Studios where they shoot the show, and you have to audition in front of Mr. Cosby and the executives. All right, so there's a van of us, and there's a lot of girls going to play his TV daughter's friends or whatever. I remember one time it was like myself, Terrence Howard, and another guy. We were going for the same role, and it went to the other guy, not me and Terrence. But there was this fine girl that was like, and I was a killer. I was a killer. I usually my record was pretty damn good. Had my eyes on the finest one. That's who I'm hooking up with on the way back or whatever. I put my gift of gab in, whatever, we go. We're getting ready to go back, right? And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. One of us is not on this bus. Oh no, she's staying. What do you mean she's staying? Oh, Mr. Cosby is seeing to her that she goes, what? What? I was like, this is way before I knew. This is like, we're talking, this is 80 freaking, this is the 80s and shit, right? Or early 90s, wherever, when that show was going on. And I'm like, I'll be damned. Next time I go, same goddamn thing happened. I'm dead serious. This time 2 girls stayed. I'm like, this dude is just like, this is a farming situation. You know, this is a, so, that's without anything. I don't know anything about anything at that point. So when I hear about that, I'm going, well, yeah. And I kind of was like, I'd see some my friends had Playboy Channel, and Bill Cosby was always at the Playboy Mansion judging the topless contest. And I was like, wow, I thought it was really interesting. I'm like, here's America's favorite dad, and he's saying this lecherous stuff on this. I was like, that's interesting. And they're not going after him, which I thought was really a trip. So that's just my little firsthand knowledge going, oh, I guess the whole infidelity thing is that's cool with folks. And if what he's saying is true, even on his side, if he says these women were consensual, well, so that means you are the most famous, infidelity practicing cat on the planet.
Right, and everyone knows he's married.
Right, so
that is public knowledge.
But then also what's public common knowledge is when the girl comes out saying that she was Bill Cosby's daughter. Remember that controversy? There was a controversy coming out.
Oh, he had a side baby?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I thought was interesting, and it's like one of those things where I'm like, wait a minute, how, is everybody hearing this the same way I'm hearing it? It was never any debate on if he had sex with the mom. The only debate was, is this his real daughter? I'm like, hey, you guys know how you make a daughter, right? So how come nobody's talking about that? I found that really interesting that, she's probably not his daughter. And it, of course, this girl was in between the ages of his regular kids. And I'm like, and that, I had a theory behind it. I was going, when there's this inference that the media is always out to destroy the black man, I thought this was profoundly interesting because I'm like, this is America's #1 dad. We're not talking about if the fact that he could be the father of this child.
Yeah, but that happened after the Cosby Show had been canceled, and this was way...
No, it didn't.
This was during the Cosby
Yes, it
Show
was.
taping? Oh, okay.
That's why I had that feeling. I was like, this was a grown woman. So this thing, you know what I mean? I thought it was a really kind of profoundly interesting because there was no real backlash behind it, you know.